Greetings, this is Artie from Artifact Electronics, and I guess this is my first dumpster diving experience, or I got close to it at least. What happened was I went to check out an operator's warehouse, asked about stuff, and one of the guys said, "Hey, I just put a box into the dumpster that said video monitor on it." So I said, "Show me." We walked out to the dumpster, which was about the size of a one-car garage, and you could see this box basically sitting on top of the dumpster. And I looked at it. The dumpster was brim full of trash bags, and they had just kind of placed it on top of all of them. I asked him to help me remove it, which meant I had him remove it. I checked it out. There was no foreign matter on it other than a lot of dust after sitting in a warehouse for years. No liquids or anything. So I gladly accepted it. And I figured what we do is open it up, have a look at what's inside, and if it looks feasible, actually hook it up to something and see if it works. But first off, when I brought this home, I put it into a far corner of the garage and sprayed it with antiseptic, let it sit for a few weeks, and then we actually had 2 days of sun, and I let it sit in the sun. So hopefully whatever was on the outside of the box has been killed or gone dormant, so we can kind of open it up and see what's inside. I mean, I did open it up briefly to make sure that there actually was a monitor in there, because I didn't want to come home with old lunch cartons or whatever. But yes, looked like there was a monitor in there, but I have not pulled it out yet. So let's do that now. It says color display monitor. It says video monitor, no manufacturer on here. Oh, there is. This was sent from Waco in Dallas, Texas, to a local operator, which is no longer in existence. But bag with power cord and a video connector. And yes, this thing looks brand new. Let's see if I can get it out without breaking it. And here it is. So here she is. As I said, you can probably see this thing is brand new. I mean, it has never been used. That's especially evident if you look at the chassis. Not a speck of dust on it, and the neck still has the protector on it. The tube is made by Samsung, but I really can't tell. I guess it says TNE K1-2-VO TNE. That's about all it tells you. So let's get this on the bench. Let's have a quick look at the manual to see if we can identify what this is. And it looks like the only thing is copyright 1991 Seiju Corporation. And the usual blah blah blah. It's a 15 kilohertz, low res, RGB inputs, and let's see, what is the sync? The sync is positive sync. Oh, it also accepts negative sync. Okay. Show you pictures of the chassis and the neck board. Service instructions, blah, 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 and looky here. Schematics, and even a handy smaller version to take out. And there's also a board layout over here. So if anything goes wrong with it, or is wrong, we have all the docs we need. It's troubleshooting chart. Pin out of the video chip. And parts list. So we even got the manual for it. Okay, it's plugged into the variac. Voltage is all the way down. So what I'm going to do is slowly bring this thing up in 10 volt steps till we hit line voltage of 120. And this is probably a more interesting view, because if there's any smoke and mirrors, they'll be coming out of here. Alright, so let's go to 10 volts. And let me turn this guy on so we know. Oh, he won't even come on till there's 60 volts going in, so this is going to take a while. I'm going to give it a few minutes at each 10 volt interval, and once we hit 120, I'll bring you back. Nothing special happened. About what, half hour passed. I kept the camera rolling, but it was boring even at high speed, so we'll just quickly go and turn up the variac now that the capacitor is half formed, supposedly. I started to get a picture at about 75 volts, about 70 volts AC, I think. And there I could see the degaussing coil come into play. So 75. Hello. I had the brightness turned up so you can actually, it has high voltage. Is the neck lit up? Yes, it is. And there you go. So we can take it down to 75. So see, there is a picture at 75. The edges are kind of messed up. It's losing high voltage. But if we go all the way to 120, we get, well, we have high voltage. There's no contrast adjustment here. I can't get it to show a raster. So in order to do that, we're going to have to hook up an RGB source to it. And the best thing I can think of is the Arkanoid board we fixed a while ago. So let me drag all of that good stuff out of the box, put it together, and see what it looks like. Alright, here's my messy test setup. I have an ATX supply that basically all the voltages are broken out to a terminal strip that goes to the power connector on the Arkanoid board, and then this big mess here are all of the signals coming out. We're not going to spend any time playing the game or anything. We've already proven that this board is good. It accepts all control input. All we want to see is if we can get video on the screen. So let's first turn on the monitor. I already put it in the right orientation for Arkanoid. Let's see, let this thing warm up for a bit. Should be warm now, and then we hit the switch. And there you go. The picture, oh, it is sharp. Yeah, contrast, its focus sits just about in the middle of the dial. The brightness is as before. Again, the noise bar you see, or the sync bar I should say, is coming from the camera shutter speed. And it's a really nice picture. Edges are straight, geometry looks good, colors look good. Well, she looks quite nice. It's been a long time since I've seen a brand new CRT monitor, and this is the camera just doesn't do it justice. It's razor sharp, the colors are nice. Well, if you didn't believe in the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, here's living proof of that. I'm glad I got it. And also its small size would make it really useful for the bench. Instead of having a 19-inch hogging half the bench space, this one's nice and small. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time.